As a first person, I would like to ask Juraj, because Juraj is a moderator, rock star in the world. He has been traveling, moderating and hosting many conferences all around the world. We had him last year in Free Days in Prague, and we are honored to have him back. So, Juraj, what made you come back to moderate our event?
So, Michael, thanks a lot for the first edition, and thanks a lot for having me actually over here, and welcome everyone. So, listen, I've been working with the events for the past 12 years. I've participated and have done, seriously, maybe 200, 300 events. I stopped counting. And seriously, with a hand on my heart, I can honestly say that this was one of the best events I had the chance to work on and to participate in. And it was mainly for three reasons, folks. And the first one, you put together incredible lineup of speakers. Like, folks, I have never seen anything like this, that on the second day of the conference, 6 p.m., the room was still full. And the audience was sitting on the edge of the seats, and they were like, okay, give us more content. Like, it was that good. Seriously, like, we heard the crazy case studies of scanning the Alcatraz prison, Machu Picchu. Tomasz will be, I think, talking about it once again. Shooting videos for Netflix with drones. I mean, like, it was mind-blowing. Seriously, 99% of all the presentations were absolutely top-notch. What was a memorable presentation for you guys?
Tomasz, you should say something. I was having an intro.
Hi, everybody. I was not sure whether I will get a word also, so happy to share my thoughts. One of the best presentation, I mean, we had amazing kickoff, I would say. So Ted was doing a crazy presentation, which was made by one video, and he was just speaking into it. So not only the content was amazing, but also the way how he did it. But as you said, it's very hard also for us to say what was my favorite, because actually we've created, or we managed to organize the first year of the conference, and I would say we invited most of our friends from online world, from LinkedIn. Everybody accepted, they all came, and we know their work. They are passionate about the stuff they are doing. So it was actually amazing to see one after the other stuff which we are watching on LinkedIn. So I would point out here Ted's presentation, but overall, like, I really enjoyed, like you said, 99% of the stuff there.
Absolutely. And then basically the second reason to coming back to your question, Michael, I think it was like the networking. Networking was really fun, and it was a part of the whole program. It was my responsibility, but I think it played out really well. We had, for example, a sponsors quiz. So instead of like a dry pitches, we asked you, the audience, to vote on the correct answers, and then the exhibitors had the chance to contribute a little bit more. Then coming back to the networking, you had the chance to discuss the top trends with one another, top learnings with one another. And it was not really forced. I think everybody had just a really good time speaking with this incredible community. So if you're coming, or if you enjoy attending conferences for networking, like, we take these things very seriously. And Michael, we came up with one idea for the second edition, right? That we're going to dedicate full slot to the networking.
But we should postpone this announcement a bit, because we want to prolong the people staying here because of the performance of the social media. No, just kidding. But first, I want to introduce also the third co-founder of the Free Dice event of the conference, Michal Kardosz. Welcome.
Hello, thank you very much. Hello, everyone.
Michal, what's your like first thing that you can think of, like, why should people come to Free Dice to Prague?
Thank you very much, guys, for having me here today. One of the most memorable moments for me was when we knew how many people we had registered last year. And we started the conference the first day at 9 o'clock in the morning. And at 9:15, the room was totally crowded, totally full, and we had like 99% of all registered people on the place, on the spot. So that was something really unusual for me, and I've organized so many events in my life, but this was for the first time when I saw so much enthusiasm from everyone to be on the from the very beginning in the room, to see all the speakers and so on. So it was really unbelievable.
Perfect. Juraj, you can kick off with our premier way of how to network.
Sure. So coming back exactly to, or building on what Michal said, both of you actually, both Michals said. So seriously, like the community is truly buzzing, and we want to work with the community and help you create these kind of connections in a meaningful way, in a fun way. So on the first day, we decided to organize, to wrap up the day, we decided to organize a fuck up night. So you're going to have the chance to share with the rest of your community and the rest of the group the mess ups, the things that didn't quite work out. And especially in these kind of a new industries, we do mess up a lot of things. So you're going to get the chance to meet other people by talking about the lessons that you had by trying new things that didn't really work out the way you wanted. And while doing that, you're going to meet a lot of new people. You're going to learn a lot of lessons. Maybe you are going to skip on making costly mistakes. And most importantly, it's going to be a lot of fun. So a fuck up night will be on the first day, talking about the mess ups while meeting other community members. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely we want to take up this kind of a networking thing really seriously.
One thing I'm really excited about this is that everybody is sharing their success stories, because everybody wants to brag about what they did amazing, what money they earned and everything else. But seriously, nobody is going to learn anything from your success. People really hesitate to share their fuck ups, but I think this is much more worthy if they do share it with their neighbors, with their colleagues, even with the competition. Like really, we are in an emerging business. This industry is going to be only bigger and bigger. So there is really no competition at this stage. So we really should share our knowledge, share our fuck ups and how we dealt with it, and just to help each other to learn and get better.
Absolutely, Michal. And just to build on that, it's actually proven by the research that people do connect better when they talk about the mistakes and fuck-ups rather than success, which is very interesting thing. So success can actually put people apart because, there's a bit of envy and all these things, but the fuck-ups, that's what really brings people together. So it's going to be fun, definitely, and especially in the context of an emerging industry like yours.
It's not scientifically proved, but I think that the best friendships came up with drunken nights, going last from the bar.
It doesn't need to be scientifically proven. It's lived through, right? It's experienced. So actually, in talking, just to pick on that, the last reason, especially for those of you who will be coming from abroad. And I know like the Prague is truly a superstar of the sort of city getaways. So you can experience the city of Prague, which is absolutely fantastic. And on the day zero, so the pre-event is actually organized and it's hosted on the boat. So you can just sip on the beer, you can sip on the drink, you can enjoy incredible views over the Prague city on the boat tour. And for me, I've been to Prague many times. It still was one of the highlights of the show. What are your thoughts?
For the romantic hearts, it is going to be during the sunset. So there's nothing better.
Tomasz, you've got some pictures, right, from the boat tour. Let's just take a look.
Yeah. I have a few of them here. Let's.
Like they say, a picture tells 1,000 words. So I just take a look at Look at that.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's loading. Perfect. Very cool. So the
So
full
wait,
room.
I didn't organize them. So we have here like it would be a mixture of both and other stuff. Actually, wait, I opened them all, or all few of them, which I just selected. So yeah, here those two you might know.
Yes, that's the two of us.
The venue, yeah. Here we have
Exhibitors.
the exhibitor area. Yeah, that's what you mentioned, Juraj, right? That's like beginning, probably one of the first presentation.
Hey, Matthew, it's good to have you here with us. Awesome.
Yeah,
You can see people were just like paying attention so much over there, totally immersed in those. Lots of fun. Giant Jenga.
and here we are on the,
Here's the
here it is.
tour. And
And
Michael,
we have also Lecho here, so in the audience.
Greetings from Poland.
Yeah, so that's it.
Awesome.
So what I would like to point out is that the VIP night is really not only about the nice both, but you are especially having the opportunity to meet really like interesting people, because there will be speakers, there will be like representatives from our partners, there will be those who are willing to connect on a deeper level, so those who buy VIP tickets. So this is really like a more close and more intense opportunity to do the networking. And also, as long as you are closed on the boat, because you probably will not jump into the river, so it's going to be 3 hours of like really forced opportunity to network.
Forced, encouraged.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it was just great, and hopefully the weather is going to be nice. And as you saw, beautiful sunsets, really nice and friendly people, good food. I'm like, what more can we ask for? So it's a nice. It was a really nice start and a nice kickoff of the conference.
Perfect. Maybe we can go to a few of the speakers and our guests that we have right now here live. Maybe I would like to ask Olaf to come on the stage right now. He's the guy behind the collaboration with INTERGEO. INTERGEO is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, event for geospatial and geometrics all around the world. It's happening in Germany every year. They host almost like 20,000 people and I think like 500 companies in the expo, and we are just amazed of the level of trust and belief that that INTERGEO and Olaf has in the 3 days conference. So maybe I would let him to say us few words. You are muted.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I just figured that out. So, yeah, hello everybody. So it's a pleasure being here, and yeah, it's a very great idea to have this kind of a pre-event to start to get in the right mood for Prague. So yeah, for me, what should I say? So it's something where I was totally new last year when I came to Prague. So I also met these unknown guys, Michael and Tomasz, and it was a lot of fun from the first beginning. And yeah, when you ask me today what's happened last year and why we do this, no fun. So it was of course a great opportunity to come together and yeah, get a more grip on the reality capturing community. Because as Michael was mentioning, so we from the INTERGEO part of view, it's something what we recognize that this kind of segment was growing and becoming more popular, and a lot of people were asking what's going on, and I have no clue what's about Gaussian splatting and all these shit. So I don't know what's happened to this. So it was a great pleasure to get to know with Michael and Tomasz and start the conversation. And it was at the end, it was a low hanging fruit, saying, okay, let's do something together. And I guess we did it not so bad last year. So when I came to Prague and enter your community, it was really a pleasure together with my colleague Rina. And yeah, I learned so much, and also the opportunities, what is possible with your technology and all these things. So it's not only because of Prague, which is a really nice city, and also with these romantic style, but nevertheless also from the topic overall, it was great. And as Mike was mentioning, yeah, we deal with with a huge community on our side at INTERGEO, and it's now for 30 years that we do this together with DVW. And personally, I have to say it's fun and a great pleasure for me to build networks and connect people, industries, and ideas. And in this understanding, yeah, I was also very happy to collaborate with Sridais and with Michael and Tomasz, and of course with all of you. And so it was really great last year to enter the community.
Perfect. Thank you all for your nice and kind words. Do you have your favorite speaker for this year? Who you are really looking forward to? Beside you and Thomas?
No.
I wanted to take them.
I guess it's a great challenge not to boring people after the very great speakers that you have in a lineup. So I can't say there's a lot of new topics in and new speakers in, and there's not I can't pick only one. So it's a lot of different speakers you have in your lineup, which gave a different kind of view on your reality capturing theme, which is different to last year. So this is also one reason when you look for reasons to come to Prague, to see, okay, learn something new and get to know new people. So that's really a great opportunity to get a deeper dive into everything. So sorry to say, but not to blame anyone. So, but it's not that one I can pick saying, okay, it's my favorite. So it's overall again the agenda, your lineup, which is really perfect from my point of view.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Olaf, for spending a few minutes here with us, and we are really looking forward to meet you in Prague again. Let's continue. Juraj, I wanted to ask you about because we already mentioned like the highlights, the networking session of the Fuck Up Night, but last year you did networking opportunities, and you really created the atmosphere for people to bond and to talk to each other during the whole 2 days. So what's the secret? Like, what people can expect from you?
What's the secret? Well, the secret is an amazing community. And if you know a couple of techniques, you can unlock a lot of learning and a lot of knowledge and a lot of insights that are actually present in the audience. And so we started off the whole conference by creating the small groups and putting people into small groups and asking them to express their take on the industry. Like what are some of the trends that are shaping the industry that we are actually co-creating, right? So by creating this kind of a meaningful discussions with a good question, you get the chance to connect people in a really meaningful way and help them build the connection. So this is what we did on before we actually kick things off with the speakers. Then during the break, and this is optional and will be optional, you can join the facilitated networking. So once you're done with your lunch, with your coffee, you can come back to the main room, and there are going to be 5 questions and 5 rounds of 5 minutes, and you can just go and walk among the room and meet new people. And you never know what kind of partnerships you're going to build, what kind of friendships you're going to build. And just to give a concrete example, Olaf that has just spoken, we started working on the INTERGEO, and I had the chance to moderate one of 2 stages. The same thing with Machu, Bert, who has just joined the chat and this kind of a live stream. I had the chance to moderate their event as well. And this is all thanks to the connections that I made over there in the Prague. So it really is an amazing community. And as a moderator, I try to unlock these kind of opportunities and create these kind of opportunities in a meaningful way. So this is something you can be looking forward to. And on top of that, we added a couple of new formats that we just described.
We already like teased people with the Thomas, and your presentation about the Machu Picchu. Can you just give us like a very brief, more of the teasing, what's going to happen on the first day, on the first presentation, so that people should really come at 9 o'clock to be seated in the audience?
Yeah, so one of the biggest projects we actually had, and we finished it 1 month after last year's 3 days. So it was very close call afterwards, was digitization of Machu Picchu, where we have created not only the digital copy of that place, but especially the entire experience, which was a VR movie of 40 minutes. And what I will be talking about and showing is a bit from behind the scenes, like how to get from a 3D scan or from a model live or interactive experience, which is currently, like from our side, running in like 10 places around the world, where you can pick the headset, walk around 500 square meters, but not walk in the venue where you are, but somewhere else in the space. So I think that would be very nice and interesting topic for all of you to see how far you can bring your scans, or how alive you can, or how much you can bring the data to life. So that would be something what I will be talking about.
Perfect. Maybe we can ask somebody more from the speakers. We have them lined up here in the backstage, so no worries. We still have a lot to talk about and to not show. We don't want to show. We want you to come to Prague. We're not going to show you anything. Maybe I will.
We want to create some teasers.
Yeah. Maybe I would ask Bert Azizoglu from NUBIGON to tell us, because they are having a lot of news in their solution. Hey, Bert.
Hey, Michal, how's it going?
We're great here. So just share with us quickly what you're preparing for the 3 days, and what should people expect from you?
Yeah, so first of all, thanks for having me here, and thanks for putting together this event. I mean, last year was quite the blast. It was the first event we sponsored, and I think we got away with a pretty great experience. And I think it's for all those that are hesitant or on the fence about attending the event or not. I think it's a worthwhile effort to come out and join this community. I think one thing that I thought was particularly exciting was it felt like more of a community event rather than just like a corporate setup. Now, what we are going to be presenting, which I'm pretty excited about. So last year we had the introduction of Gaussian splats and the full scan-to-BIM pipeline that we were enabling through the Recap and Revit support for a lot of these reality capture projects. And this year we're adding probably the most important, reality context to this whole space is sun, sky, and essentially light and shadow simulations. Because all of these assets that our community captures, they are spatial captures. They are, in oftentimes very photorealistic. But what makes up a reality is that it's in context. Whether you're capturing something or whether you're planning something in a given context. Context matters a lot, the environment matters a lot, and how spatial assets, buildings engage with the environment really depend on light and how it interacts with it. So we'll be introducing some of those features and giving you a few teasers about how that all plays out. We're also going to be talking a little bit about Gaussian splats in the context of scan to BIM, and what the potential there is, and we have some few exciting news also coming up in collaboration with XGrids. So yeah, happy to talk all about those events, those things at the event in about 2 weeks, I suppose.
Yeah, it's less than 2 weeks. Thank you so much, Bert, for coming here and sharing your thoughts. Just generally, do you think people should come to Prague, or?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I'm flying in from New York, so you better come.
Whoa!
You are the proof, or one of the proofs, because we will be having people even from with longer flights, but you are one of those that is proving that the Prague is worth it, and especially the event, not only the city.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely worthwhile. I mean, last year Edwin Bohr, he flew in from Australia, and he kicked off his venture quite successfully. So whether you are an experienced member of this community or just getting started, I think there's a lot to gain for everybody. And as I mentioned initially, it's a very heavily community-driven effort. And Juraj obviously did a great job with the networking opportunities and the prompts that helped trigger a lot of great, interesting conversations. So altogether, pretty happy and very much looking forward to it.
Perfect. Thank you, Bert.
Talk to you soon, guys.
Amazing. So I would like to ask Fangor for a few words.
Hello,
hey, man.
Everyone. Hey.
Look.
How are you doing?
You have an opportunity to look at it from two sides, because last year you were in Prague as in the audience as a visitor. So you should tell us like what that gave you. And this year you will be on the stage actually. So are you looking forward to it? Are you already nervous? Because you should be. There will be a lot of great speakers.
Yeah, actually this is the first time ever that I'm speaking on stage. So okay. But it was really great. It was really an adventure. All the people that I met there, like Barry Bashnet and Thomas Flynn, also in cultural heritage, and of course Arash from Nira. So that was great. Yeah. But also a networking group, and I'm not sure, was that you, Juraj, that organized the network group?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that was also because normally I'm not really the person that connects easily with someone in such a big crowd, but that really helped me to connect to a few persons over there. So the bonding, and you had to go to somebody that you haven't met yet. That was the thing you had to do there. So it was amazing. It was really crazy.
And
I will just jump there. Yeah.
I remember you, Luke. You were one
Really?
of the most proactive, actually, networkers over there.
Okay.
Going and approaching other people. So yeah, awesome stuff.
I also wanted to jump there because it's Luke is one of the guys I knew from online world, but we never really got in touch. But I knew what you are doing. But then you are sitting there back on our tables close to the guys organizing and playing the presentation. So I was always there and back. And you had always your laptop on, working on something. And I was just like, yeah, I know it's good. And then we're sitting together and we just discussed that maybe that would be a way to get you on stage next time. So another recipe how to get in touch with us a little bit more. Sit on the back with show your work around. So.
Yeah, I remember. I think I went to you, Thomas, and I said something like, "Hey, you want to see something cool?" And you were like, "Okay." So yeah, that's how it started. And but it's a great opportunity. But it's a great, opportunity to get to know each other. Most of the people I already knew from LinkedIn. But to really get in touch in real time is much better, of course. Yeah,
it's totally different connection if you meet them in person and you have the opportunity to speak to them, to have a coffee or drink a beer during the networking night. So really, thank you so much for joining us here, Luke. See you in Prague.
Okay, see you in Prague. Bye.
I'll
Bye.
See you.
We have another speaker, and he's a bit in a hurry, so I will put him on a stage. It's our LinkedIn rock star from the logistics world, from digital twin world, Michal Kropec. Welcome.
Hi guys, ciao.
So you tell our audience why should they come.
to see me.
because you are
Humble
everywhere.
gent.
You are on every event all around the world. It looks like you don't have anything else to do.
And they pay for it.
We?
You as well. So, hi guys. Definitely come to Prague if you want to see. Okay, it's Tomáš and Michal's agenda. Okay, so I'm just an appendix to the thing. Consider learn a lot from Juraj / because he is the real master of celebration. I learned a lot for the conferences I'm hosting or doing anything with conferences. So look at him, how he does the job. So it's not just about the 3D stuff, but also some kind of motivational leadership on this side of the world. And what I'm going to do, let me try to touch the possible future of digital twins. Let us see what you will tell us then. Okay, guys. So in 2 weeks, can't wait to come to Prague and see you then. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you, Michael. See you later.
Ciao, Michael.
Thank you, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Perfect. So some of the speakers are still joining. I'm really happy that they found a minute or two to come to speak to us. Juraj, how did the first evening went? Because you will be creating many opportunities for networking during the day, but usually the after party is either it sucks. I have seen many that are really boring and people are just leaving right after the final speaker. But last year it went for another X amount of hours. Why do you think so?
Well, I think, every single one of the speakers that joined this live stream said that one keyword, and it's the community. And honestly, it all starts over there. And basically building on what you said, you've got people flying from all around the world to Prague, which is absolutely amazing. From Idaho, from New York, from Australia, from Asia, from Europe. I don't know, is anybody coming from Africa as well, from that continent? Or South America?
Oh, there were already some inquiries from Africa. They unfortunately mostly have problem with the visas, or it's being dealt with. But
got it. Well, the point is that you've got this incredible community, and they decide to fly all of them from all corners of the world to one spot and spend a couple of days together. And I think it's just like mind-blowing. As I said, like I don't want to hype it up too much because you have to do this kind of expectations management, right? Like to tease people, to hype people up, but not too much. So because you are setting up yourself, really high standards, which I'm absolutely sure we are going to exceed. But coming back to your question, I really think that it's about the community. And once people start talking, once people they start to connect with one another, they were unstoppable. And it happened at the multiple occasions on day 0, on the pre-event, during day 1. So obviously the second night or the first official night, people were just like unstoppable. And on top of that, we were running on Czech beer and some really delicious Czech smoked ham, which helped as well. By the way, catering, the food was really amazing last year as well. Super tasty, and I think the catering company did just a wonderful job. So you've got all the ingredients right: an amazing community, good beer, good foods, and people were just unstoppable.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I want to ask Rami to come and join us here on the stage.
Oh wow!
Hey man.
Hello. How are you guys?
Hey.
Another professional. Do you know how you recognize the professional?
When we put letters after our name.
No, not only that, but you are wearing headphones and you have a professional background.
Oh, so the professional
YouTuber.
People. Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Well, so get this, right? So when I first moved into this house, I got this office, right? It's in the house. It's great. I loved it. That's why I bought the place. and the echo was just so bad. And I was like, why is it so bad? And pretty much everyone knew why. I just was so oblivious to it. They're like, you kind of need to put like sound dampening, like foam boards or whatever. Well, we have this like really big store in the US. It's called Costco, and Costco sells everything wholesale. So I was like, oh, Costco sells these panels. And so I went and bought all these panels, and I just spent a whole like 2 days installing them. And then someone comes to one of my calls, and they're like looking, they're like, wow, are you in a studio now? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm in a studio. I know exactly what I'm doing. Like, totally planned this, you know. And it was just literally me going to the store and buying them and then just like screwing them into my walls. But glad you guys like them and you appreciate my setup, because I take a lot of pride in it now.
Rami, what did you like most last year, and why should people come this year?
Oh man, it was the speakers for sure. I really enjoyed just the unique stories that everyone had to share and how they used reality capture to basically tell that story. Whether it was, you know, a cathedral, or it was an island, or hell, if it was just some software that they developed. Like, it was seriously a personal connection. It was something that a lot of conferences lack. Like, you see the person talking on stage, you have no idea who they are or what they do or where they came from or what their background is. It wasn't like that at 3 Dice. At 3 Dice, it's like I am speaking to a friend and I'm learning from them and I'm seeing what they're doing. And we're all like happy for each other to see everyone grow and succeed in this industry. So that's what I loved about your conference.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Add there one thing, Rami, what you just mentioned is that we all are using kind of the same technology, but in different fields. And this is interesting that you are not shrinking it and not speaking just about culture, for example, or just about digital twins, but that you can see cross-industry, how people are doing it, and actually trying to apply something within your own industry or your own field, which is, from my point of view, really broadening up your experience and possibilities to expand.
Yeah, I mean, you start to look at things in a different perspective, and you start to see, how does Michal look at it? How does Juraj look at it? You know, how does the community view these tools that we have, and how do they use them to solve different problems that maybe you don't even realize you had? So it's eye-opening more than anything else.
And Rami, maybe just like to follow up on what you said, one thing was absolutely fascinating, that everybody was just like so generous with sharing their insights, their intel, their knowledge. And sometimes you've got even competitors sitting in the audience, and you still do that, which was absolutely amazing. And that, I think, was another reason why, you know, it felt just like a group of friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly than just like 300 strangers sitting over there. Like, that generosity of sharing the best examples and the best practices, that was amazing.
Well, it shows you the quality of people that are there, right?
Sure.
You can go to an event where everyone is gatekeeping and trying to be secretive, and they don't want to expose the trade secrets. And it's like, I didn't invent mobile mapping, or I didn't invent LiDAR technology. I didn't invent any of this, right? I learned it from someone else who was generous to share it with me. So it's only the right thing to do, is to continue to share the knowledge, to continue to inspire new people. You guys all talk about we have labor shortage and we can't find good technicians and we can't find good professionals. Well, shoot, make them, right? Teach people, inspire people, and you'll see like the good talent will come out, and it'll support your businesses, it'll support your industries, and then you won't have that shortage issue that you're worried about. But it takes like, it's all about reaction to action. And so if I don't teach and I don't provide value and I don't help the community, then I shouldn't be surprised when nobody knows what they're doing.
Thank you so much, Rami. We are really looking forward to your presentation and to your visit to Prague. By the way, guys, if you wanna meet the best dressed person on the stage, then then it's Rami.
Now you're putting a high standard. I gotta go buy a new suit.
Thank you, Rami.
Thank you guys. See you soon.
See you in Prague.
Bye.
Great. I would like to ask Matthew Byrd on the stage. these guys know about networking and the importance of the live event more than maybe anybody else. He's doing a lot of content. He's trying to connect people. Hey, Matthew, why do you think it's so important to have these live events?
Why is it important? Well, first I have to say, look, I still have it sitting right here. I'm ready. Why is it important to have live events? Well, there's kind of a few things that come in mind as to how to answer that question, but I think the first thing I'd want to go with is there's so much focus on digital now and being virtual and being on screens. And even when we start to talk about like content generation, there's so many people pushing out AI and quick and low quality. And when you're in person with people, the relationships that form, the connection that happens on a human level is so important. It is so different. Back to the same point, you know, when you host an event and you bring together people that you've seen online for maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 years, you've seen posts from them. You may have never actually engaged with them and done anything or worked on a project, or, you know, maybe not even responded to messages. Like, people stay disconnected because they virtually have seen you, but they've never actually met you in person. As soon as you meet someone in person, you have a relationship. You want to help. You want to, you know, you understand them. There's just something unique about in-person events that you cannot achieve no matter what you do. You know, you've seen some of our content. We've put a ton of effort and money and time into building a really high quality studio for our podcast, 5 camera. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how high quality the virtual is. It will never be in person. And I think even more in today's age with all the virtual and the AI, just showing up, the people you're going to meet, you're shaking hands. Again, you can't even go into it knowing what the outcome's going to be. This is one of those where when you go to something new for the first time, an event, a trip, a business meeting, you don't know the outcome, and it's stepping into that unknown and being willing to like just go and then trust that something good will come out of it. I use this one quote all the time. I say it all the time, every conversation. Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you can't not go do something new because you don't know the outcome, it's like, well, you're going to have no outcome if you don't go. If you go, you might meet new people that bring new business, new career opportunities, new projects, new partners. So I think it's the people who are willing to invest in themselves, take the time, take the risk that it is to go do these things that really find the benefit from them.
Perfect. And I would also just add there, like that, not just you traveling to Europe, but for us, for me and Michael, actually, like going to Boise was like amazing trip, and we have it now always like we want to go, and this is something what just belong also to our relation. So it's besides just building a new connection, it's also making some memorable connection within people you know. So for us, it's very, very nice always to also consider Archon as a nice place to go.
We are always amplifying the importance of the networking and to get in touch with people during these events. What I think is the common bias or problem of people that are more introvert is like, okay, I will go there, but how should I approach this person? Like, how could I talk to Thomas? How could I talk to Matthew? Like, what should I just go to them and say hi? Like, what the F should I do?
Yeah, that's a great question, which is funny because a lot of people know me at this point from my podcast and from my conference, but I'm actually a pretty shy, introverted person. Like, I have a hard time going to an event and walking up to random people I don't know. I still struggle with that. It's a lot easier when they know me and walk up and start the conversation. When I go somewhere I don't know people, I struggle with it. But the best thing you can do is know that, look, everybody that comes to the event, they all have the same goal. Everybody wants to meet each other. Some are shyer than others. Some maybe need to be a little shyer. Maybe they come up and they're too loud and they talk to everybody, or, you know, everybody has different personalities. But when you know the whole purpose of an event like this, people are coming to meet each other. So nobody's going to think it's weird if you walk up and say hi or introduce yourself or ask what they do. You know, I do try to tell people, just like myself, who struggle with that, is like, okay, well, before you go, take a little bit of time of like, how do you introduce yourself? Who are you? What do you do? What's your goal? Because that's, I think, where a lot of people stumble to, is they don't even know how to kick off a conversation. They're not prepared. They didn't bring business cards. They don't know what to say. You know, take a little time to prepare that. Have a little elevator pitch about who you are, why, what you do, who you help, how you help them, you know, and then just know that you do the first couple intros. The rest of the event is, you know, a lot easier after that. It's always the kickoff that's hard.
Absolutely, Matthew. And just like to build on what you've just shared with the audience, my piece of advice would be for anybody struggling with the networking, it's just like, do not hesitate, do not wait for too long, because the longer you wait to approach someone, the harder it actually gets. So if you want to meet, let's say, Matthew, for anybody who is watching this, just walk up to him, do not hesitate, and strike the conversation. So, and I've got this kind of an internal compass, so to speak. If I've got butterflies in my stomach, whenever I meet somebody, or whenever I see somebody, it's usually a signal to me that that person is important to me. So I usually listen to that kind of a signal, overcome that kind of a shyness, anxiety, just approach it. And usually there's a reason why I was nervous, because I was really caring a lot. I really wanted to meet that person. He could have been a potential partner, or just, you know, an interesting person I wanted to meet. So do not hesitate.
Yeah. Well, one other thing, you know, what's also special about smaller events, like, you know, again, pulling on new conferences like this, is, as much as I also love all the big conferences, there's 10,000 people, there's amazing technology. These are smaller events, which is not a bad thing. When you get new conferences off the ground and you're growing and there's hundreds of people, not 10,000, you're lost in a sea. There's almost too many people. It's really, you might not be relevant to the majority of people standing around you at a networking, you know, time during those big conferences. When you're at a niche event like this, everybody is there around the same types of technology and ecosystem. And so literally anybody near you is going to be worth having a conversation with. And then they'll introduce you to someone. And then there's small groups talking, and everybody's relevant to each other, which makes it a lot easier to leave with valuable relationships when it's, you know, not feeling like you're one in a million people.
Thank you so much, Matthew. We're looking forward to have you in Prague, and safe flights.
Same. Thank you. We'll see you guys soon.
See you soon.
See you. I want to introduce Alex Harvey, because he has only a few minutes left. He's the 360 VR guy. Hey, man. You are muted.
Everyone okay? Nice to... I've been jumping in and out and listening to everyone talk. Really good hearing about the live events.
Perfect. What made you come to this event? Because last year you had a pretty good excuse on the last second, but this year you didn't hesitate. So what convinced you?
This year, obviously, you've been over here and spoken at different events, and we've met in person. So that was a really good thing at the Leica event where we met each other. So I want to follow that. I want to come over, meet you all again in person, but then do some scanning projects together. You were talking about scanning connection thing. For me, when I look back at my 3D scans, I remember what I was thinking and doing at the time when I was scanning those items. So I'm going to have the same thing when I come now to Prague and do some scanning. We booked the flights today, so things are looking good. And I was also going to say, look, this, if you want to start things, this is what live events, this is what you got to do. This is the only way to build the connections, is to do live events, for all the reasons you all just said there. So yeah, I'm really excited. We booked the flights. I'm bringing some scanners with me. Yeah, it'll be fun. Thanks for the invite.
I'm collecting the same, so I have collection not that big as you, but I have also some nice ones.
That's just the river collection, and now we've exited river, and I can talk. I'm free now, so now I can arrive. Whereas last year, probably in the middle of exiting river.
Alex, what is your estimate? How many badges do you have there?
Oh, I don't know, actually. I haven't looked. I should actually add them up on all the places that we went in the world over the last 6 years. I'm gonna have to follow that up now and find out. I'll let you know in Prague.
Perfect. Cool. Perfect. So much,
Alex,
so
very
much looking
important.
Forward.
Sorry, yeah? A very important point. If you change your email address, please send me your new ones. Just for technical stuff.
Definitely is changing. Yes. End of this month it'll be.
Okay, so you still have the old one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex. We are looking forward to having.
Really good. Speak to you all soon. Nice to chat.
See ya. We have one more speaker here that is currently here and is going to join. It's Lukasz Mirocha. Should we call him like the farthest speaker? Because officially he's engaged with Hong Kong, still living a lot in Poland, if I'm right. Hey, Lukasz.
Hello. Yeah, hello. Welcome.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Okay, great.
Yeah. So how is it really, Lukasz? Are you living in Poland or are you living in Hong Kong?
So I'm normally based in Hong Kong for most of the year, but usually springtime I'm in Europe. So spring is the best time to be in Europe, and even better to be a little bit more to the south than Poland. So Prague works perfectly for that. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I was in the audience last year. So before you ask me any question, I can just answer them. Why I decided to come again this time as a speaker? So I've been to many big conferences, like thousands of people large, and they have their own unique vibe. This is the different kind of an animal. But in Prague, second day, you could literally start to recognize this face, that face. So it's like boutique enough for you to connect to people, to talk to people, like really remember people, not just collect business cards, and then a few days afterwards you just don't know who you were talking to. So size really matters, and of course the vibe of the city as well.
Perfect. Cool. What are you going to bring on stage?
So actually I might be a black sheep here. So it's gonna be about Gaussian splats, because I've been deeply down in this realm for the last 2-3 years at this point. But I'll be talking a lot about things that don't work actually. So even though it's not the fuck up night, I will bring part of the fuck up night onto the main stage, because I think among friends, among community, it's also good to talk about.
You're in your hood.
Yeah. True that.
Perfect. We love that. We really, when we were discussing this fuck up night, we really had in mind like all the people that are just trying to figure things, like just fighting their battles on their own. And I really think that this is a huge opportunity to share and to help to learn other people.
This is definitely one thing, but the other is also like interdisciplinarity of the whole event. Because I come from, you could call it creative industries. And I learned so much last year from reality capture guys. So even though, so basically more and more we are using similar technologies, similar tools. So it's even more important to talk to guys from the other side of the fence, and then you're gonna realize there's no fence. You're all in the same field, basically.
Perfect. Really, really nice words. Thank you so much, Lukasz. We are really looking forward to have you on stage in Prague.
Sure, looking forward as well.
And to see everything and to see everything that is not working.
Yeah, awesome. Take care, guys. See you in Prague.
I just got a message from I just got
Yeah.
a message from Gabriel Mans that he had to leave, but also another person who will be a speaker from Skynamic from Germany.
Yeah, sorry,
they are doing
Gabriel. Yeah.
this amazing shots by drones from any size. So currently they are trying to get as small as possible. So with few hundred grams, they are flying over people in stadiums and very nice stuff. So he will be showing these from more a VFX eye and VFX perspective, not that much about 3D, but also very relevant for our community.
Yeah. What do you say, guys? Like, all the speakers seems to be excited.
I think the energy is just amazing, and we are only on the call, right? Like, or live streaming these things. So imagine what kind of energy we're gonna have in Prague in less than 2 weeks. I can't wait.
Maybe just to follow up with my question for Matthew about people that are really shy or introvert and they hesitate to ask somebody the question or get in touch with somebody. Guys, I'm giving here an open promise. If you will be shy to ask somebody and to start talking to somebody, just come to me. I will take you by the hand. I will go to that person and get you in touch with them. Okay?
All right.
Good.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for doing this. I hope if there were some people that were hesitating whether it is for them or it is not for them, I hope we just explained ourselves. I don't like the word convincing, okay? So I intentionally didn't use it because it's not about the convincing. It's really about showing what they can expect. And if they don't understand, then sorry. If you do understand and you want to come, just go get your tickets or get in touch with me or Thomas. We are looking forward to see you in Prague.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to see you.
Great. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you very much.
See you in
Bye.
Prague.